Yo, what is up, guys? Shinobi here, back again with another video for you guys, and we got ourselves another video for you guys to talk about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, for these guys who are not in this whole mix of what's going on right now, apparently there is a small subsection of the community currently right now when it comes to this game and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero games, or not just anime games in general, especially with Bleach, Rebirth of Souls, Sword Art Online, or I wouldn't say Sword Art Online, but mostly Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, where it's like there's a lot of smaller creators, obviously, who want to blow up on this game, myself included. Who doesn't want to be able to play a game like this and then make money at the same time? I mean, let's be real. That's the main reason why we're doing this at the same. Like, we love making videos. We love editing. We love anime. We like to share that with the world, our personalities, and all that stuff, right? I'm gonna stop yapping about that. But apparently, the drama around this in short explanation is that a lot of smaller creators are complaining, or I wouldn't say complaining, but I would say are trying to figure out how they're gonna break into the space when there's a lot of larger creators out there who already got the footage and everything like that, and how people got early copies and that they got the views and whatnot, and that's kind of the whole thing. I don't know what to call it, but it's kind of like a lot of smaller creators are concerned about the fact that because bigger creators got the game early as far as Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, that they won't be able to make content on it and it do well, which is not how it works. The YouTube algorithm doesn't work that way in general. The YouTube algorithm literally is programmed for people to stay on YouTube as long as possible, because obviously that's how they make money. But I digress. Apparently there was a meetup of a lot of larger creators, and I actually watched a video from Makai-san who was talking about this earlier, where he was talking about small creators talking a lot about the big creators and how it's unfair that they get to get early copies and early stuff and all this stuff, and it's a lot. We're gonna react to this and talk over it. I'm probably gonna only watch the first couple of minutes of this, and then depending on what we got, I'll probably pause and start talking about things every once in a while, because as a small creator, me personally, get your bag for real. I don't care, big or small, because at the end of the day, the main question of the day should be, and this goes for any creator, any niche, this is just in business in general, what makes you stand out? Why would somebody, like, for instance, let's say Afro Senju, right? Why would somebody watch me over Afro Senju? Or why would why would somebody watch Afro Senju over somebody like, I don't know, Globeku, or Rhyme Style, or you get the point. Like, it's kind of like just like in business. Like, why would somebody want to buy the GTR over the RX-7, or why would somebody want to buy this cereal brand over another? It's literally a brand thing. Like, you gotta think about this from a business perspective, kind of. But I digress. I'm gonna let him kind of talk it out.
I saw that Senju in Japan was hosting a space, and a lot of big creators joined in and spoke their piece about content creation, whether it's fair or unfair. And I think they gave a lot of valid points while discussing it. Some of your favorites like President Rose or Nechikage, these guys were in a space and they spoke. Afro joined, Rhyme Style joined. I recorded a large chunk of the conversation, so here you guys go.
Me, because I remember when I was like in a position similar, it was like Naruto Revolution, right? This situation happened before. The guy, a YouTuber named Gamaholic, he hacked the Xbox and leaked all those characters early. And the same concept where everybody was relying on him for the footage. Like, I always had the perspective where it's like, damn, that nigga's gonna come up. It's his time type shit, I didn't even know the nigga at the time. I ended up knowing him later in life, but sorry, got a message. I didn't know him later in life, but I think it's cool when content creators do get to come up. I think what I'm curious about is you're referring to like the bigger YouTubers as like overlords, and like you're looking at this reliance as like a bad thing. Like you don't get a little bit excited when you see one of your own peers like come up. Are you saying like, damn nigga, you eating too much now?
Yeah, and he's kind of speaking fast. Sorry, I'm pausing there, but Um, honestly, creators blowing up on games like this is a good thing. Like, obviously, from creator to creator, you might see it as a little bit more competition wise, because obviously you guys are fighting for attention of people, which is one big currency. Like, I don't know if y'all realize it, but attention is currency because it's time, and time is something very valuable and it's something you don't get back. Like, for instance, the time I'm making this video, the time I used to edit the video, I was just editing because I was editing a Sword Art Online video talking about my review on the beta for the Sword Art Online game that we just played. You know, time is a really valuable currency, and when it comes to YouTube, the main thing that the algorithm decides on when to push a video is how long can it keep people on there. I was talking about this earlier. And when it comes to this, it should be a good thing, especially for anime games, especially right now, that bigger creators are being able to, you know, get the hype up. Because right now, as far as anime games are concerned, we're kind of in a slump right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. We are kind of in a slump right now. Naruto, Ninja Storm, I guess I forgot the name of it. Connections it's doing all right, but it's not doing so well, right? And then obviously the JJK game failed. Demon Slayer, the game lasted, but it didn't last too long, and I think people are tired of arena fighters at this point. So it's like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Sword Art Online, which is an MMORPG, or Bleach Rebirth of Souls, which is it's a fighter kind of. It's not really even an arena fighter. It's a how would you think? It's like Street Fighter kind of in a little bit of way slash Tekken with the way it moves and everything like that. I don't know. You could kind of describe it that way. The people who made Bleach Rebirth of Souls, they kind of referenced a lot that they took some inspiration from Tekken. So, but these games are like the saving hope right now of the anime community as far as are we going back to the golden age of anime fighters? And for bigger creators to be able to cover this and get the hype up, it should be a good thing. That's how I see it anyways. Even though I'm a smaller creator and maybe I'm not getting as many views as these people, at the end of the day, when it comes down to that, that's just me, my content needing to be better. Because at the end of the day, it comes back to the original point. What makes your content more entertaining to watch than the other person's? It's just all coming down to that. It's not, oh, they got the footage early, so they're going to steal all the views. That doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, yeah, sure, they got the footage early, but when the game comes out, now everybody's got the footage. And at that very point, who has the footage doesn't really matter anymore. It's all going to come down to how creative are you going to be when this game comes out. What kind of content are you going to make? What are you doing that's different from everybody else? And is it entertaining, and do people want to watch it? That is literally it in a nutshell. But I digress. I know I yapped for a little bit there, but
It's my turn.
How to put that out.
No, that ain't my perspective. I know you say I know it's like, all right, the way I'm putting it though, bro, like you gotta look at it for the past years. It hasn't been a new content creator besides the same people. Am I right or wrong?
In regards to anime, right?
Yeah, anime, like in our group, like you, Rom, and like stuff like that. And like, am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, when it comes to, like,
Gloku, I'm pretty sure is new.
Like really
Yeah,
big,
size,
sure.
like niggas that hit y'all level. I think the last person
Gloku's pretty much new.
Into y'all level is Globku. I think Donna
Or
Doyle
Globku,
was
yeah.
a little bit newer, right? I'm not sure. I think he was like newer, but I think Globku and Donna Doyle was like the last two that kind of like really got to that status on y'all level. But besides that, it's like people might get talked about, then it just goes away.
Well, here's the thing with that, and I'm gonna just put my 2 cents here. When it comes to people like Afro, or creators like Afro, or Globku, or hell, even Rhyme Style, or Daytoya, they were all small creators at one point too, but because of their brand, because they were good at the game, like for instance, Afro is really, really well known for his Hashirama gameplay in Naruto Ninja Storm 4, and that's kind of what helped him build himself up, because he was really, really good and he was able to do really well in tournaments, and then he just turned to content creation, and that's how he kind of blew up. He just kind of kept it going from there. Or Globku, he basically got it out of the mud, where he basically was creating videos, reviewing games on, stuff that people wasn't doing. Like, I see in his videos every once in a while reading, Sword Art Online games specifically. That's kind of what I went to him for at some point or another, even every once in a while a Naruto Ninja Storm game. But he basically was doing what everybody else wasn't doing back then, which was reviewing games. Not a lot of people back then were out there reviewing games back in, like, what would you say, 2014, 2015, hell, even 2016, 2017. You weren't seeing a lot of creators rating games. Globku was probably the only one I probably saw who was doing that kind of stuff. So he got it out of the mud. And as for Rhymestyle and Dayona, I hope I said his name right, but basically they blew up based off their personality and their fun creativity in their videos. That's really it. Like, once again, it's one of those things I was talking about earlier. What separates you from the rest of the people back then, or even now? What separates your content from everybody else? Because everybody can make the same shit, but what are you doing differently? That's it. That's why I said in the beginning, where I was talking about, oh, people getting footage early and this being unfair and that being unfair. That should be a good thing, because we want to see what the game looks like. We want to get that hype up. But at the end of the day, when everybody gets the game, when everybody is got their hands on it, especially creators, what are you doing differently from everybody else to get yourself to stand out? Because once again, with YouTube, the whole point is to keep people on the platform as long as possible watching videos. That is literally how the algorithm works. Are people watching your videos, or are they not watching them and clicking off? That's how it works.
Something to that real quick.
Go ahead.
Just real quick. The two you mentioned, Globku, nigga put in giga work. He fought for that space. I'm sure, for sure. I'm
Facts. Straight facts.
I have a point after this I want to make. It's like that nigga has been reviewing like anime shit when nobody was really reviewing it. Like, anime games that were niche as fuck. Like, IGN wasn't touching it, etc., etc. Niggas weren't doing it. And I think Dado just came up in regards to just being funny and creative and fighters and just kind of made a name for himself. Like, the reality is, there's not a lot of people that just do that sometimes in the anime space, and that's not their fault. It's the fact that we don't have anime games. We don't have cool ones like that happen so often. Normally, the big ones will have like the main character of that game, the person who blew up and made out the trenches and shit. But like, I think this is one of those games where that's going to happen. And then there will be another one of those that we have in this conversation. But
oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
Everybody, it's not gonna be 10, 5, 3 people. It could be 1, it could be 2.
So
that's just what happens.
That's definitely gonna happen.
Before y'all continue the discussion, so it seems like you guys are going from the perspective of the creator itself. I look at it from another perspective as well, because there's business involved with this.
Here we go. Yep.
The reason why
he's about to talk about it.
You know, I'm in Japan, for y'all who don't know.
He's about to talk about it, I bet.
Big deal. Y'all know what it is. Hey, do a motherfucking dog.
Man, this in your name.
Anyway, back to this shit. It's a business thing too, and it's really primarily Bandai. And Bandai, especially Japan, they don't really fuck with creators. I want to let that be known. Bandai Japan don't really fuck with y'all.
That I didn't know.
It is what it is. But
I didn't know that.
They understand some things and exceptions, and from a business standpoint, they have to hit the big dogs.
True.
They have to promote their games, just like all these other companies.
True.
Those are the biggest creators that are in this space, and they pass those out, they pass it to a few people, and then those are people get the privilege. Now, as far as working hard or not working hard, that's hey, look, that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother discussion. What I'm seeing is
Bandai's gotta get their games out there, and
right.
what better way to do it than creators,
Right.
big ones, specifically in the anime community.
If I got the opportunity and they pass me some shit, do I think it's right and fair for everybody? Probably not. But I'm gonna do it.
Who wouldn't?
I need to get this bag. But also, I got the opportunity. If you got an opportunity, you gotta go with it. Right?
You gotta take it.
Right?
I mean, like, you gotta. He's speaking facts. Let's be real. If any of us smaller creators got their hands on this Dragon Ball Sparking Zero footage, do you know what I would be doing right now? If I had my hands on that game, or just the footage, bro, I would be editing a video right now instead of talking about this. I mean, technically I am editing a video right now. I'm editing a Sword Online video, but you get the point. It's always going to be unfair. Imagine if you took... Let's not even talk about YouTube. Let's imagine... you go into, like, the NBA, for instance, with, like, Michael Jordan or something like that. Right? And then Michael Jordan, you know, he built his stuff out of the mud. He's already good. He's already great. You know, everybody likes him and everybody knows him. And then you as a new person come in and talk about how it's unfair that Michael Jordan got all this fame and popularity and everybody's, you know, looking at him and not looking at you. But you haven't made any effort to stand out. What are you doing different in basketball? What are you doing different to stand out? It all comes down to that. Getting early footage is one thing, but once again, Once the early footage is gone, which everybody has the game, what are you doing that stands out from everybody else? That's what it all comes down to. Yeah, somebody else got the footage before you did. Okay, fine. That's just how it goes. But what are you doing right now as a creator to make yourself known in that space? Are you live streaming? How, are your edits good? Is your videos different? What are you doing that makes yourself different from everybody else? Are you funny? Is your, like, what's your personality? There's like so many different factors when it comes to being a creator that it's like, yeah, there's hard work that goes into it, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to luck because there's an audience for everybody on this platform, big or small. There's an audience for everything and everybody on this platform. It all just comes down to what people like. Because at the end of the day, you can't force people to like your content. You can't force people to look at your content. Just because Afro Senju gets a bunch of views doesn't mean that the same audience he has will like what you do. Because maybe people like him because of his personality. Maybe people like him because how he edits his videos. Maybe people like him because of, his, content. Just in general, like, it's not just getting the game that makes it better for him to get views as a content creator. That's just a tiny fraction. That's tiny compared to everything else that goes into it. His editing, his personality, is he good at the game? There's so many factors on who's gonna blow up when this game comes out. And I know I'm talking about Afro Glazing a lot, but he's one of the main ones that I watched when I was younger. I basically watched the majority of his Ninja Storm gameplay. Let's be real. Yeah, he was basically the YouTuber to me that basically got me into creativity, or at least one of them. Making a YouTube channel and whatnot, as far as anime goes. Because back in 2017, sure, I didn't even have a phone, let alone a laptop. But I digress.
I'm gonna say this real quick, because I honestly I don't really know exactly what's going on with the situation. I just been seeing like some tweets on it, really. But
hell, that was me for real. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
As someone who is like a smaller creator, one, if there are people that bigger, smaller, whatever, that did get the game early, who cares?
Literally, who cares? It is what it is.
At the end of the day, long term, I think a lot of smaller creators are getting kind of salty because
facts. Facts. He's speaking facts.
Really, whatever. But at the end of the day,
when everybody gets their hands on the game, that early footage won't mean anything long term.
If you want to really make it as a creator, you got to think more long term. So, in my personal opinion, complaining about stuff like this
does nothing.
The game's around the corner doesn't matter.
It does nothing.
October 8th, 11th, whatever, we're all gonna have the game. So if they have it now versus later, it's like whatever. And on top of that, I'm gonna just say this is a hard pill to swallow. People ain't gonna like it, but someone's gotta say it. If your content or your growth as a creator is reliant on getting content early, maybe you should rethink the way you do your content personally.
Facts.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. Take it how you will. But
no, that's facts though. If the only reason you could get views on YouTube is because you get the content before everybody else and that's all you got going for you, you're not gonna make it. Because, yeah, sure, you might get some views, you might get some subscribers because you got the content before everybody else, but then when everybody has the game, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Because now everybody got it. Everybody's making content on it. So now what? If you don't have a personality, if your editing isn't good, if you don't have anything that people like about you in general or your brand, because at the end of the day, that's what your YouTube channel is, or just you in general when it comes to being a creator on YouTube, you're a brand. You're literally a brand. If you ain't got nothing but the fact that you can get early footage, you're screwed. Long term, you are screwed. Yeah, in the short term, when you get early footage, yeah, you might get a little bit of boost. But in long term, it won't mean anything. Once again, when it comes to these larger creators, there's something about them outside of getting the game that will make them rememberable in the future. Long term. Like I was talking about earlier, Afro Senju. Obviously, boom, he was good at Naruto Ninja Storm 4, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's why when the new Ninja Storm came out, his views just start popping off like nowhere, and he didn't even get early footage of that game. I'm pretty sure he didn't. I might be wrong on that, but the new Naruto Connections game, when he got that, Oh, maybe actually, I think he did. But even then, he was known for Naruto, that game. He was already popular within that space. Rhyme style, he's known for his personality. Dado, same thing. There's something about these people that they like. That's why people keep coming back. It's not because they get early footage. That ain't gonna mean anything. But I digress. He's speaking facts.
Okay, but Afro, go
Kinda-
ahead.
He's speaking
honestly, your
facts.
take, it kind of counters your take in a sense, but not necessarily counters your take. I feel like, you know, I get what you're saying. What you're saying is actually not wrong whatsoever. Like,
Facts.
Like, whatsoever. It's like if your content relies on that, sure. Like you don't want to be
You're
that
cooked.
guy, want to be creative type shit. But
You gotta have something
I think
else.
my perspective is like, once I understand why someone's upset about something, like I feel like there's middle grounds to where like it makes sense. Like I can get why people are who want to just cover the big stuff are a little upset. 'Cause it's just like, damn, it's out there already. And I get it. I get how it's frustrating. But I feel like the perspective isn't to get mad at it. It's just to be like, all right, well, what next?
It is what it is. What's
Like, that's
next?
why you gotta think,
Exactly.
especially
You gotta be like,
because
all right, well, the
if you want
footage
this
is
to
out.
be
What
like,
video am I gonna make next?
you got to be prepared for it to be a marathon. Because let's say when you do make it, you get blessed enough, you get everything aligns for you, you're there. Once you get to 100K, you hit that milestone, you still got to keep on going, right? You got to keep on going. And it, like the things that were easier before is it gets harder because games aren't going to be out to cover. You got to be creative again. It's just, you got to learn how to take things in strides earlier so you'll be better off later.
And not every time will you get early footage.
Back it up.
Man, I just want to like, I mean, in my like opinion though, like overall, it is just everybody, all smaller creators just coping. Like, let's be serious. Because if any of us got that opportunity to get that footage, we would have took it. Like, it's really
Everybody would have taken it, bro. Who wouldn't? I'm telling you, I'll be editing right now. There's no way I wouldn't be. I'd be on that shit like one on rice.
Back when I was coming up, I started streaming back in 2016. When I was coming up, Afro Senju was one of those biggest creators that was, on his rise, right? And I used to, I was just getting into this, so I understand what it's like to, not despise the person, but hate not having the opportunity. So I understand what y'all are feeling, but my question is, right now, every other sparking creator, bigger or smaller, is basically giving out this free footage. What are you doing with it? And would you have done the same thing in allowing other people to use your footage when you started releasing?
I mean, free footage, like.
They post the footage and then they say, "Hey, look, anybody can use this." Like, I'm allowing all content creators to get that bag.
You have to look at
Would
it
you
like
have done
this.
it?
All right, you have to look at it like this, though. Like, bro, like, let's say, like, we all saw, like, Rom dropped a video, right? Why would they go watch my video if they could just go watch Rom?
There you go. There you, the $1 million question right here. Why would they watch me over them? What do I got that they don't? That makes me want it to be watchable.
I'm gonna jump in just from a consumer
Facts.
perspective because I'm like probably the only nigga here that's not a creator, right? Like from a consumer perspective, bro, like you just asked $1 million question, bro. But that's the ultimate thing, bro. Like if you saying why would they go and watch my video when they just watch so and so's, that's the problem, bro. You gotta build a brand. All of y'all are brands, bro. At the end of the day, every single one of y'all is a brand.
Facts.
And like I had a tweet about this the other day. You feel me? Like I didn't really know that like what was going on, but I seen somebody tweet like going crazy, and I'm just like, yo, like, bro, that's the real world, my nigga. The fuck, bro. Like I'm in the world of business.
Let me pick.
Guess what, bro? Somebody got an unfair advantage against you.
Let me piggyback.
That's just what it is.
Let me piggyback, Joe.
Crazy thing about that is everybody's gonna have an unfair advantage against you when you first start out. It doesn't matter where you are, what business you get into. Everybody's gonna have an unfair advantage over you just due to the fact that they have more time into whatever it may be than you do. You're just starting out versus them. They've got an established brand, company, business, product, whatever. They got their grind, they got their craft already made. That's just going to be how it works in anything. What you need to be worrying about is what makes my stuff more entertaining than theirs. What makes me in the YouTube, if we're talking YouTube, what makes me somebody that I would want to watch? Like, you got to think, like, once again, he's talking from a consumer's perspective, which is important. You got to think from a consumer's perspective, especially as a YouTuber. You got to ask yourself, why do I watch these content creators? And then, when you got that down, you look at yourself and be like, okay, this is the reason I watch these content creators. Now, why what people want to watch me? What is it about me that makes me interesting, that people want to watch me? Is it my editing style? Is it my personality? Is it, am I good at the game? Do I got some skill? Am I good at making guides? That kind of thing. You gotta ask yourself, what makes me somebody that they'd want to watch? That is the $1,000,000 question in anything. And this could, hell, once again, I was talking about it in the beginning, this could go for anything. What makes my car better than somebody else's? Why would somebody want to get my cereal or their cereal? What makes my TV better than the next person's TV that they're making? It goes for anything. That's just business in general. And at the end of the day, when you're doing YouTube, yeah, you can have fun with it. You can do what you need to do. But if you're going to do this as a job, full-time or even part-time, you got to think of it as a business, bro. As unfortunately as it's got to be, that's the way you got to think about it. What makes my thumbnail better than the next person's? Everything. You got to put time into it. Because let's be real, it's not like the early 2000s where you could just upload and blow up. That's not how this works anymore. Maybe back then you could do that, and I know there's still some old creators from that time that stayed relevant, but that's because they learned how to adapt to all the new stuff going on. A lot of those old creators that were just uploading and didn't have any originality or didn't have anything that people liked about them are pretty much dead now because of the fact that they didn't adapt. They didn't have anything that people liked about them. They were just lucky enough to be able to upload back then. Think like creators like Asmongold or, whatnot. Like, they stuck around as long as they have because they have something that people like about them. It's not because they're getting early footage or this, that, or the third. But I digress.
There's a misconception that a lot of y'all don't understand. Maybe some of y'all do, but I'm gonna put my 2 cents in here. However you feel about people getting there or being treated unfairly, because that's the whole main topic about this whole thing. Let me tell you how the algorithm works, real quick. This anime game niche is sucked for a minute, and it is a small pool with a lot of fish in it. A lot
Yep,
more fish than
that is true.
Spartan Zero is coming out. Now check this out. The algorithm works like this. When those creators, now the whole gate.
There's a lot more creators in the anime community in general.
I'm talking about something else. When creators, the bigger creators, right, when they upload videos on Spark, right, a lot of y'all have the misconception that, damn, they finna take all the views and run with it. It don't work that way. YouTube wants people to continue watching. It's a marathon. So after their videos are done, the people who are in the algorithm for that game, they go, that YouTube sends after, like, say Afro drops a video, right? That bitch gets 500,000, right? Let's say that. After that, people have watched that video all the way through. There's a suggested video feed and recommended. Who's gonna be on that feed depends on who is in the algorithm already. So I think you guys have it backwards. For people who are bigger creators who talk about that game, right? They are literally feeding the community. And a lot of people, this shit doesn't get highlighted enough because that's how the algorithm actually works. So if I'm in the algorithm for Spartan Zero and people are done watching Afro's video and I'm in it, they're gonna suggest my video to the creators to keep the marathon going for people to watch on YouTube.
Yep.
That's how that shit really works. I just wanted to put that in there because a lot of people got that fucked up.
That's right. Exactly why I mentioned, like,
that's literally how it works.
As not being excited, like people are viewing bigger YouTubers as like an alien to being a content creator as a whole. It's like niggas walk so others can run type shit. That's literally that concept explained manually.
Like, if you want to, like, Afro basically said it in the words, like, the big creators are eating so then the smaller creators can eat, basically. Like, for instance, this video. If I click off of this, obviously you got this right here. I'm gonna exit out my queue. Actually, no, I'll just close it. Can I close my queue? Let me scroll down. So obviously I got this video going on here. Now when you click on Sparking Zero, or hell, you don't even gotta do that. You got a video right here. After we get done reacting to this video, it's going to show this. And as somebody who's interested in Sparking Zero, if I had wanted, if I was answering or wanting to know questions, boom, right there. This video right here is helping Globku because obviously it's entertaining. You can already see that. I mean, this video has already been uploaded 40 minutes ago, but the whole point is that after somebody's done watching a video like this, for instance, then whoever else is making Sparking Zero content in this case, or maybe even Epic 7 content, because I always make that, It's gonna recommend that, and it's gonna try to keep you on the website. That's literally how YouTube works. You're basically feeding your community, big or small. And at the end of the day, your video can pop up. Yeah, people can click on it, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to, are they sticking around? When they click on your thumbnail, if they even think it's interesting, what in your video is keeping them around? What's making them want to subscribe to you? What is wanting to make them come back and watch your video? That's literally it in a nutshell. It's not like you just upload early footage and boom, now people are just wanting to watch you and they'll just be subscribed to you. Yeah, maybe they'll subscribe to you for more early footage, but after the footage dies and everybody got the game, now what? You know? That's literally it in a nutshell.
It's like we're we're all doing some shit that has never been done before in different ways. So when you have someone who's really exceeding, they're creating a space that you can now become. Like, some people get inspired. That's why the term influence comes from, the influencer, right? So you have someone who makes some content similar to someone else, and the lane is open because it's been created by that content creator that made it to the top. So it's like, yeah, in this case, this is just raw gameplay. People have certain gameplay stuff early, but the facts is just like they don't have the full gamer. They were only played a good portion from the event, like, ahead of time.
Right.
Like, that doesn't mean there's the coverage of like, if you really want to make content that way, we want to cover the new stuff. Just see what's not covered. Like, there's still dialogue options. There's still matchups. There's still certain things that can be done. The story mode has not been like it's taken, like,
Yeah, it hasn't been aired out. The whole game has not been aired out yet, and even then, there's so much content we're gonna be able to make with this game. It's not even funny.
Piggyback on that as well. I'm gonna let everybody talk. Don't worry, everybody gonna get their shot. After this is just the rush, the gold rush, the rush to get the views, and you seeing a whole bunch of gameplay niggas, and they go away. No offense to them. If you're a gameplay nigga, that's fine. But you've seen a lot of gameplay people, and once the game comes out and everybody has the footage, that shit changes. It's a shift, right? So I just want to let y'all know it's the rush. A lot of people's tensions is up as a creator. Just know you in your own lane, you got this shit. I will tell you though, personalities are gonna ring through after the game comes out.
There you go.
Early gameplay shit don't mean shit.
It doesn't mean anything.
Just focus on your personality. Don't be.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Facts.
Like, there could be, bro, somebody can watch this shit and be like, yo, I can't wait to see how so and so reacts. Like, what's their response gonna be? Like, straight up, bro. That's the thing, bro. That's what I was saying.
What about you makes people want to watch? It's literally that. How are you keeping people on your video?
Watch your video and not the next person. That's the issue, like, in the first place.
Yo,
you should have an answer to that question.
Can I
add something, bro?
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Hold on.
I actually had, oh shit, damn, I think Afro shook. I was gonna say, I was gonna piggyback on what he said, as well as Senju said. Well, first, I'm gonna say Senju's part. The second that the game actually drops, all those people that have been seeing the gameplay and all this other shit, like you said, them niggas disappear, if not seamlessly, because they realize, oh, well, nigga, I got the game. I don't need to see your shit no more. But not only that, but what Afro said before he left.
There it is.
Last time, in the other space, when it was Johnny Star, that whole commotion and shit, he literally referenced one of the cheat codes of how he came up. And if not, besides his personality, he paid attention. Oh, there go Afro. Afro, I was finna bring up to you, Afro. You remember in that other space when you brought up how you came up in the Storm connections, and you just literally were looking at other creators and just being like, oh, let me do that. Like, literally looking at their ideas and emulating them, if not to improve on those. I was literally going to say,
that's literally how you blow up.
So many opportunities in this game for niggas to do that, but they almost feel like the game is already over, like it's already done, like everybody got the head start that they needed. Whole time,
no, absolutely not. Yeah.
The game hasn't even dropped yet, man. The game hasn't even dropped yet.
About how you do your intros, how captivating they are, but whole time, that's one of the factors of being a content creator. You study your competition, if not the people you aspire to be, because that's why so many people like watching those people. Because if y'all gonna say the same shit where, oh, my personality's gonna carry through, oh, nigga, you got a world of disappointment coming. Because that's the shit everybody has to learn. But a lot of people, especially the older group that I noticed, that they're not quick to adapt. They almost complain more than they adapt. So when they see a younger nigga come up, they almost have a coping excuse for why they came up. Oh, well, he doesn't have to work. Or, oh, I got a family. You don't know that. You don't know that. They're making it work for them. It's the same thing equivalent to going to the gym, all this other shit. You make time for it.
Yep.
But if you just gonna
If
assume
you
that
want it, you gotta go and do it. If you want it, you gotta go and do it, man.
Lou, you are exactly right. But let me put it in this perspective. I've been hearing a lot of people saying put the work in. I want y'all to be known. I want to be very clear about something. This niche, everybody in this niche, big or small, are rock stars. These motherfuckers put their time. I've been doing this shit for 3 years. And while being in the military, I just retired. Congratulations to me.
Hey, shout out to the military for real.
This niche.
Shit, I'm in the military right now. I'm overseas, and I'm still making videos.
And that's where I think perception comes in.
That's why you don't see me live streaming that as much, because the Wi-Fi here is bad for live streaming.
The truth is, we all work hard. We all eat. It's a different ecosystem right now. Where other people, and I'm not saying it has to be fair. Fuck that. It's reality.
Yep.
But the truth is, everybody works hard. Put in the work, put in the work, put in the work. Now, sometimes it is easier for other people to get it. But that's the reality behind it.
Yep.
But everybody puts in work. For example, the smaller creator, I don't think we should bring that put in work thing no more. That's just me. Because I see these motherfuckers, all these peers, all the little guys and the big guys. I'm in both group camps. You know what I'm saying? I see it. These motherfuckers dropping videos every day, high quality shit, working their ass off. They ain't get no money, but they work their motherfucking asses off. So we shouldn't put in. I don't think we should take that shit out. Take that out.
I disagree.
I disagree, bro. Yeah,
you should look at this shit as you're building a surfboard, right? And that's putting in the work, having your brand, being your personality, look the best way it can. So that way, when new games and opportunities come,
you're ready.
Riding the wave.
You're just riding it.
Be proud of.
Yep.
Sometimes you get lucky and you get a big wave. Sometimes you might not.
No, I'm not.
And my thing I'm gonna say on this is that's why it's also important to create a catalog. There are very few people out there that their first video that they make is gonna blow up. Now, it's possible for that to happen. If that happens, you got to be ready to take that opportunity and expand off of it. But 9 times out of 10, I would say, when it comes to the anime community especially, when you jump into that space or this game space, you just got to create a catalog. Because not every single game is going to be your game. Not every single time a game comes out is it going to be your time. You got to create that catalog. You got to have that brand already there so that when you do blow up, you already have videos outside of that. You got something for your community to look back on and say, this man grinded for this. He wasn't just complaining about it. He was out there grinding even when he wasn't making the money. Even when he wasn't getting the views that he wanted. He kept going. He or she, my bad. They just kept going. They just kept making videos. That's me right now. I'm not focused on the views. Obviously, that's how you make money on here, but I'm just focusing on building a community, building my brand on YouTube, on, Twitter, kind of. Not really. Twitter is mostly for bleach hype for me. I'm not going to lie to you, and memes and whatnot. TikTok, I'm trying to get more, videos on that, posting daily updates and all that kind of stuff. Even though I'm stuck out here, I'm in the Middle East right now. I'm going to keep it a staggly. I'm in the Middle East. I am deployed out here, and I'm still making videos because I want it that badly. If I really wanted to, I could be like, man, I'm in the Middle East. I can't, I'm not at home no more. I can't, make videos. And I could blame it on anything for the reason why I'm not making videos. But I'm not going to, because I want to do this. And that's another thing, is the people blaming the big creators and all this other stuff for reason why they're not getting views. They don't want it that much. Either that or they think that YouTube is a quick, easy get-rich scheme. Because when you want something, and I know I'm going on a tangent right now, but when you want something, nothing will stop you from getting it. Nothing. Nothing. You will do everything in your power to get it. You will not say never. There won't be an excuse you can make in the world. Unless you literally can't do it. Like, for instance, let's say I was out here and there was no Wi-Fi. Obviously, I can't do shit. But even then, I would be in the trenches thinking up ideas of what am I going to do when I get back. Now, luckily, where I'm at right now, I got Wi-Fi. So, what am I doing? I'm making videos. I may not be live streaming all the time, but I'm making videos damn near every fucking day. Every single day. And you guys can check. Anytime I'm out there putting work in. Helping, trying to improve my thumbnails. Trying improve my videos. I'm out there trying to improve myself instead of complaining. Because what is complaining going to do for you, really and honestly? Nothing. If you want it that bad, if you want to be a content creator, you got to realize, as Afro and the others have been saying this whole time, it's a marathon. You got to create that back catalog. And then when you get that video that blows up, look at that video, see what you did, and either improve on it or do it again. But realistically, you want to probably do it again and improve on it. Look at your competition. Look who's are your peers. What are they doing, as they were saying in the video, and what can you take from that and apply to yourself and make it more interesting? People need to understand that YouTube it's a grind. It is a grind. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, there's those people that blow up out of nowhere, and fine, that happens. But what keeps those people popular, what keeps those people relevant at the end of the day, because anybody can blow up, is what they do afterwards. What they do with that content afterwards. Do they decide to just say fuck it and not do anything? Because there's a lot of people that do that. There's a lot of people that blow up on YouTube and just don't do anything and they fall off. Or do they decide to be looking at that and be like, okay, what made me interesting? What did people like about this video or whatever I made, so that I can keep doing this, so people can keep watching me? What about me did they like about this video? Is it my person? Like, it's literally that. I'm gonna keep going and watching this for a little bit, and then I'll end the video, because I know this video is pretty damn long.
I'm not saying the
But this is an important topic to talk about. This is a pretty important topic.
There's a phrase that, like, I've heard a few creators say that I've told people myself. It's like, you gotta make 100 shit videos before you can make,
Oh no, that's what I'm saying though.
Create that backlog, man. You gotta have it, good or bad. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. Just make the video and keep going.
Oh, we're not saying that.
Oh, what if,
Be more efficient.
Wait, real quick. Hey, Orion, what you think about this?
Soft, you know what I mean?
Soft.
Yeah.
Why you in the toilet? Tight shit.
Yeah. But first of all, what I was gonna say is everything that everybody said so far was accurate as fuck, as far as like what you're supposed to be doing. With any new game, what you really want to do is break into the algorithm, and the only way to really do that is you just gotta flood the content. And
Literally, just upload.
Videos being uploaded right now, the best thing I can do is just literally take, for example, my one video, make 6 videos out of that shit, and then rinse and repeat up until the game comes out. Because like when the game drops, you're gonna see a lot more people like hop into the wave and try to become like content creators for this game. But everybody that's been already uploading videos up until that point are already gonna have that advantage. So that's why, like,
Literally, if you want to be in this space right now, and I know the person who made this video literally was talking about it. If you want to be in this space right now, and you want to have that edge, you need to be making videos right now. Right now. But even before the game is out, you need to be talking about it. You need to be live streaming about it. You need to be on that shit before it even comes out. Because at the end of the day, yeah, all this stuff that I was talking about earlier is a big factor on how people grow. But the biggest thing is just having a back catalog of this stuff. For instance, Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Or just Bleach content in general. I didn't get, well, I wouldn't say I'm famous, but I didn't get known for the Bleach content that I make on my channel by the people who are subscribed to me. Just out of nowhere. It happened slowly. Because I just kept making video after video after video after video after video. And now I got over 1,200 videos just in general talking about anime content. And that's how I got into where I'm at right now. I'm at 536 subscribers and still growing. We're trying to hit that 1,000 at the end of the year. Make sure you like and subscribe. But at the end of the day, once again, like I said earlier, you're not going to blow up out of nowhere. You just have, and when it comes to breaking into a new space or new games, you got to be already thinking about what is the next video am I going to make. You got to have your content already flooded before the game drops. Because obviously, once again, when the game drops, everybody and their mama is about to be on this shit. And me especially. If I can get a chance to freaking upload content, I'm on this. And hell, take example, this, Sword Art Online beta that just came out. As soon as that beta dropped, the first thing I was doing was making content. I made my first impressions video. I made video footage with Xenon. I made video footage with Argo. And I would have made more video footage with other stuff too, but unfortunately I work, so. But even with the work that I have, if I had time to upload videos, that's what I was doing, because I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to do what I do. And then to make things even better is I already have Sword Art Online content on this channel. I've played through Fatal Bullet. I've played through Hollow Realization. Shit, I've played through Last Recollection, and I've played through Alicization Licorice, and I have hella content when it comes to SAO. That content is going to help me with this new game just due to the fact that I have SAO content on it, let alone the fact that I've already got stuff on the beta in the game. You gotta have a catalog. You gotta have
You
it.
should see all this gameplay being uploaded as long as people are cool with you using the footage as an opportunity to just figure out whether you're talking about theories or play styles or just even noticing shit. Because I remember when I uploaded my first videos, it was somebody that pointed out that you can do ultimates when people are on the ground. I didn't see that shit. And I'm sure there's a bunch of content that I uploaded or Globco uploaded or Dion or Afro that we missed that shit. So if you go back and review and you find stuff that people haven't seen, that's an opportunity right there. So really what y'all want to do is just flood the content and just be ready by the time the game drops.
Rob, you're black.
That's
Hold on, man.
can I add on that?
I want to emphasize on
'Cause-
one thing he said. You do make sure you get niggas approved. Yeah, that's really important. Make sure
Oh, true.
somewhere they
Definitely
look at
true.
the gameplay, 'cause
Don't be out here
there's
just
people
stealing
out there with
content.
Sparking footage that
They
they
gonna
don't
get
play
clipped.
about sharing.
Oh yeah,
But
that
can I like
German
add on to
stuff,
something
bro.
what Ron said, bro? I gotta add on, bro.
Go crazy, bro.
Like what Ron said, he said like flood the content, upload and get 6 videos out of it. Isn't that secondhand content? Like, isn't that just I don't know. I guess I look at it different. Like me personally, bro, I don't want to like have to wait on somebody else so I can upload some shit.
Wait, can I clock your T real quick? Can I clock your T?
Go ahead, bro.
That's actually
Alright, bet.
good.
So if you're
Not
on
waiting
him,
on
who else
somebody
you
else.
waiting on to get the stuff out? To be on that, right?
Facts.
Yeah, the company,
And,
but I'm
and,
saying
and,
though,
and the
that's like I'm
company,
telling
and,
you
but
though.
hold
bro,
on,
like,
hold on, wait,
go ahead,
comma.
bro, go ahead, bro.
And the company ain't the company without the people coming through as a whole. There's more people than just one person coming that shit together, right? And YouTube wouldn't be YouTube without all the people together that made that the platform. What I'm saying is, in the end of the day, you're not doing anything by yourself. You always are going to rely on somebody.
Get put on.
But you comparing a company, the actual people, to somebody else YouTube.
I'm comparing the system to the system that's going to be that way no matter what. If you're not waiting on a bigger content creator, you're going to wait on the company. If you're not
Facts.
waiting on the company, then you're waiting on something else that has to come from something that's made
Facts.
from someone else. If you're doing gaming content,
But
so
this is I don't know, bro. Like I just feel like
That's
you're
facts,
viewing-
though.
You're viewing waiting on the creator in such like a way that shouldn't be. I think.
Because at the end of the day, let's say they didn't give out the footage early. Guess what? I guarantee, somehow, some way, these creators, like Afro, Dota, and them, would still be making Sparking Zero content, even without the early footage. The game is just one portion of it. Whether they get the footage early or not, guess what? They're still going to be making content. Because they already know how to do it. They are veterans. They have been doing this for a while. They know that when it comes to games, especially anime games, or just in games in general, if you want to be in that space, if you want to be well known for that, whether you get early footage or not, you need to be making footage. You need to be making gameplay. I can't talk. But you know what I'm talking about. You need to be making videos before the game even drops. You need to be already talking about it. You need to already have that back catalog of videos so that when your creators, or not creators, when your viewers come, you can already have people who are like, oh yeah, this person's already been talking about this. I can't wait to see what they think about this. I can't wait to see how they play this. Because they already have been talking about it. They've already been making either theories. They've been making, tier list about what character is going to play. I made a video like that just literally recently. I know tier list videos aren't the most interesting, but I'm at least going out there and making something. And I don't got early footage. You know what I mean?
Waiting on them to produce the content if they make content, there's nothing wrong with that. Like for me, for instance, I didn't go to the event that Ryan went to, but I just watched his footage and made content off it. The same with Globku. I just shouted them out as well.
Can I elaborate on that for a second?
Wait.
There is another way.
Hold on. Let me have my 1v1. Let me have my 1v1 with President.
One at a time, please. One at a time, please, bro.
All right, go.
All right, go on, President.
I said, but at the end of the day, you could do shit like that. You could react to Ron and do stuff like that. You gonna get a guaranteed 100, 200. You feel me? Everybody else that's doing that, bruh, it's really bad for them. Like it's really bad that we're actually reacting or waiting for somebody else to upload something. It's literally secondhand content. Like it's not That's not
That
really
can be
helping us
true
out.
if you're not
Like
creative
I'm
with it.
telling you, like
Yeah.
I'm saying, like who?
Like if you're reacting to somebody and you're not creative and you're just sitting there doing a whole lot of nothing, yeah, that's pretty bad. But if you're being creative about your editing, if you're not just sitting there just reacting, but you're putting your own spin on things, then you're good. You might not get all the views you want, but you at least got content out there and you're not just sitting there doing nothing. That's the one big thing with reaction channels that, you know, or just reactions in general is like when you're reacting to content, you gotta have your own spin on it. You can't be just sitting there just watching it. You gotta be giving your own opinions, your thoughts, your comments, theories, whatever it may be. That's why people watch react content in the first place. They want to see what you think about that kind of content. What is your opinion? You're not just sitting there doing nothing. So it's secondhand content, but at the same time, it's really not, because at the end of the day, you're making it original. That's why you got that whole entire thing with copyright in the first place, and why people can, react to songs, react to, gameplays, all this stuff is because at the end of the day, if they're making it their own original content, they're not just sitting there doing nothing but watching it, then it's original content, because at the end of the day, it's not them just sitting there watching what's already been put out there. They're giving their own shit. I'm gonna watch this a little bit more, by the way, and I'll end off with something. But I feel like this is really important, especially as somebody who's a small creator in the space, because I know obviously with this video they talked about how smaller creators are complaining a lot, and this, as a small creator, I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about a lot, because it's not the bigger content creators' fault that you're not getting views. At the end of the day, there's something that you just need to improve on, and then when you do improve on that, and then when you do get that big moment, then you'll be ready.
Who wanna go watch Romstyle video and come see my reaction to Romstyle?
Hold on, wait a
video?
minute. I just want to let.
Wait, Nick, let me get the 1v1, bro. I don't want to get my Mangekyo today.
I don't want to get my Mangekyo.
Can I speak on that?
Hold on, let me just get my. What'd you see, bro? What'd you see, Nick?
Bro, reaction content is like the most viewed content on YouTube right
Facts.
But I understand that, bro.
Wait,
tell
but
me
even
why
so,
it hasn't
like,
been
bro, I
nobody
feel like
big.
the way you can present it can make it turn into something way more than like, like.
All right, hold on. I gotta take my 1v1 back.
Go ahead, gang.
So, President, can I call you that? All right, so boom, look.
That's
So
my
what
name.
I'm saying is, we mentioned this before. We mentioned this before when it comes to like you putting your spin on content to make it different. Your personality
Yep.
was mentioned before. Like you have to start looking at what you add to content being a key point that makes it different. Your reaction, your response.
Yo, can I also add one thing to what you just said?
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me get.
Yo, Afro's like, yo, hold on a minute.
I promise you can take them out. You can take
You
them out.
can take him out. I'll let you get the last hit.
I don't mean like negative way, President. But,
Oh,
what you
shit.
think of what I said? What you think of what I said? I just want to hear your
I
response.
couldn't. It was a whole bunch of like breathing going on. Say it one more
Tight
time,
shit.
bro.
I'm so sorry.
That's crazy. He said there's a whole lot of breathing going on.
Damn.
So you said
Oh, I love these fucking dudes, man.
content. The answer is because you're covering it. Like for example, like Nechikage was out in chat right now. I discovered him because he was covering the shit. Bro,
Yep.
the thing is like we're all gonna have a different take on it, and the more you cover it, the more like you build a path for being that guy for this game to drop. And like I said, 2 weeks ago, I don't know who he was, but I see him all over my feed because he was covering that game really, really well. That could be you too, just from your own spin, your twist. And I just feel like there's room for everybody.
Hold on. Yeah. Nechi, I literally was gonna say I want you to speak.
I'm gonna say my 2 cents in there real quick.
Hold on, they was on
I'm shopping at a
Nechi's ass
Walgreens
last
right
year
now.
for
Shopping at a Walgreens.
Make it real quick though. But, I just think
He said I'm shopping at a Walgreens and I'm still in here.
You don't just need to, like sit there in front of your screen and be like, oh, look at that, like everybody and their mama does that. Like obviously no one's gonna want to watch that 50 times, but like, if you break it down or give your own type of, hold on.
There it is. It's at the self checkout.
But if you like, give your that never mind.
Okay, yo, Dr. Love in particular, I can't wait till
Okay, I'm back. I think it stopped. But I was gonna say real quick, like, if you just break
Bro shopping at a Walgreens out here.
thing, like, oh yeah, you can do an ultimate attack on the ground and you do like a quick gameplay analysis or something, or just give your own type of commentary on it, or recreate it in another game, or like do something. I feel like Sparking Zero specifically, like I just think that what the main issue with this is that there's too many small, quote unquote small creators that are just not thinking outside the box. Like
Yep.
this game
Nah, that's
specifically,
not it.
They're
especially,
all
there's
thinking when it's
so
just straight
many
content
things,
and video
so many things that
footage.
we could all do.
There's
Wait,
so
that
much that
that
this
aspect
game's
of
got
it
in
is
it,
what
bro.
is it?
I'm just
What is
waiting
what?
so I can say my piece so I can
No, what's up?
reply
What's
back
up?
to
What's up,
Jones
bro?
and Lana. Yeah, what
This
up?
is a good video.
Oh, I think there's
I
someone I
wanted to
can't
say
hear.
By the way,
this.
like, make sure to subscribe to
Shout
this
out
guy
to
after I'm
Rhyme,
done because
and
this
I
is a
gotta
good
say this
video.
again because
Can y'all hear me?
I'm gonna be honest,
no,
Rhyme. I was never
good.
a really big fan as a viewer to watch your content, but after I saw your actions as a content creator, I had to give you my respects. Why I say that is because one, you got footage exclusively, right? And you put it out there and you stated, you guys can monetize and react to the video. Now, this is where a lot of the problem stems from like the smaller content creators. And again, yes, I was privileged and I had to pay to go fly. I almost went, I had to pay my rent late. Niggas don't know that, but I had to, I went through that. But the point I'm trying to make is I saw the corruption out of certain things like this. And what I mean by that is I saw content creators get exclusive footage and then strike people down just
Ooh.
because a lot of other smaller content creators were excited to react to this. And just because they didn't
Ooh.
read the simple description, which a lot of us don't read it sometimes, which I think you should now, they were striking people down. Smaller content creators got striked just because they were excited to react to certain content,
Ooh.
right? So what I did was, because of you and in the Cuba, I bring up in the Cuba because I met in the Cuba at Anime Infamy. He dropped 45 minutes of gameplay. You know what he did?
Shared
When
it
he
with the
did that,
community.
I said, damn, you could have milked that so you can get more views and, kind of like not gatekeeping, but more in a sense, get more people to come to you. So you know what he said? Nah, bro, I want to do something different for the community. And also, I want other people to react to it so they can get some views themselves. And I
That's
said, you
how
know
it's
what,
done
I'm
right
going
there.
to do
That's
the
how you
same exact
grow the
thing,
community.
which kind of
That's a
pissed
goat.
me off
That's a
a
goat
little
right
bit
there.
until the release of the game. But I realized I started seeing the shadiness of other content creators reacting to certain things very fast. Like one specifically thing, I'm gonna tell you one thing that pissed off a lot of content creators, the nano thing. And I understand it could have been by mistake, but that showed us content creators like, damn, there's no fucking fair game because one, I don't mean the reaction to that, but what I mean by is that it kind of like it was like the reality check, like, damn, you really got to put in the, you got to put in the you got to
Real
put in the
quick,
work.
before
You
everybody
got to put
else
in the work.
talks, I don't mean to cut you off. We do got to.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I just wanted to
You
say
good, bro?
again,
I'm gonna let you
I
talk.
didn't
appreciate
know
you
about
for
all
what you
that.
did for the community, but it's a lot of weird things that I'm noticing when people say, "Oh, be a content creator and work hard." There's still stuff to work on.
Okay, he popping.
Nah,
Can,
not really, because again, a lot of the content that's being put out
can I
already.
give one
A lot of
suggestion?
these content creators already prepared for the
Real
field,
quick,
right?
Rhyme, everybody,
Yeah.
before y'all start speaking, listen, there's a lot of people in here that's ready to talk. Just I'm gonna cycle y'all
Yeah.
out. Just know that. There's too many people in here. I see a lot of motherfuckers in here. I'm gonna let y'all talk. Oh, and by the way,
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
this
gonna get
video's
I'm gonna get my
shit an
point
hour
across. I'm gonna get my
long,
point across. I
damn
just
near.
feel bad for the little guy that's been preparing himself, and he has over 20 notes written down, and now he had to scrap those notes just because, for example, Glocku put out a Goku story mode game.
Wait. Why does
Can
he?
I?
Why does he have to scrap his notes?
Oh
I
yeah,
said,
Yeah,
can
that's a
I?
good question. Everybody can view the story mode in a different
but
light.
confirm confirmation. I'm saying this messed up a lot of plans for small
Well,
content
Wait, can I
creators.
ask
let,
how?
Because
How?
let
my
me let me
tweet,
ask you that real fast before
wait,
everybody else. Oh,
wait,
yeah, go ahead.
See,
I
this
didn't
video
know you
about to
was
be
I'll
about
go.
damn
to
an
speak.
hour
Like,
long. I didn't want it
if
to
you're
be
doing
this damn
for
long, but
Goku
this is an
story mode
interesting
or
topic.
basic tournament or hit
Yeah,
showcase, I'm gonna be real with you. That's not a good idea.
yeah,
Because everybody
okay.
and the mom is gonna do that.
Yeah,
Like
no,
nobody
literally.
knows
When
what
the
to
game
react to.
comes out,
And this
everybody's
is
gonna be
the mode that
releasing
no one's
story
gonna
mode
ever think
stuff.
about doing. Like the Three Idiots, that concept didn't come overnight. Like what we did with raids,
Interesting.
nobody was doing that shit when we did it. Because the way the raids worked originally, well, not counting the fighter shit, but like the one we were doing with Xenoverse, we literally have a guy that like compiles the raids for us, so nobody else can do it the same way we do it. So like, if your
Okay.
idea was like, oh, go with story mode, Gino story mode, if you think you were gonna be the only person that was gonna do that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what drugs you're smoking, but everybody in the mall is gonna be doing that shit.
No,
Yeah,
everybody's
I mean
going to
it's
speed run the
like
story
no
mode.
offense to anybody, but it's regurgitated content. Like everybody's gonna be doing
That's
that.
why
All
story
these
mode
stacks.
clears
Yeah,
or
but
no
not just that, but like
no
once
commentary
story
runs.
mode
They don't do
becomes,
as well anymore.
I'm not gonna
It's
reveal
because
that because I know
everybody's
not
doing
playing
it.
some of it. There's like
There's
there's
gonna be
like
those few that do
Afro
well, but
games.
that's
So
it.
like your story mode is going to be different from Afro's or different from Nano's or different from mine. Like that's the beauty of it. Is
Yeah.
there's so many ways to play it. That shit's endless. But even that, like the big money maker, I feel like is going to be in Sparking is going to be the custom battles because literally you can have people make the craziest scenarios and make the most unbeatable quests.
Bro, those custom battles are gonna
That
be
right there
insane.
is going to be
Yeah, me too.
I've got a couple
Right.
ideas
Well,
myself for what I
I
want to do
was
for
telling
customs.
my friend when we were planning
yeah.
things, we were talking about how
And then like the
ideally what your
CPU
custom
versus
battle
CPU mode,
100%.
I already make
Stuff that can't be
Mugen
easily
videos.
produced.
Like that's gonna be insane when we
You
get to
bring
have
up
that in
the
Sparking
best thing
Zero.
in Xenoverse.
Let
Like
alone
when
if
the
they
game
add that
dropped,
in
I
like
put
Bleach
out
Rebirth
a
of
tournament,
Souls.
like a tournament thing where like I basically host
Yeah.
it, which I was doing for Xenoverse 1 as well. I remember I was doing a tournament where I just let people play and I casted it, and some guy like popped my message, but he goes, "You copied my idea." I'm like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Bro, did you think you're the only person in a tournament in a Dragon Ball game?"
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah.
Yeah, I
boy,
know.
why you do that?
That's like talking about how Tekken
There's
tournaments copied somebody else's idea because they're
like,
hosting tournaments
where you take
or
people
Smash
for
tournaments in
example,
general. Like,
shorts is like the growth hack right now to blowing up in reach. Bro, you should take my video that I'm uploading tomorrow and make that shit into like a million shorts. Post it on Instagram, post it on Reels, post it on TikToks and YouTube shorts. Just make your own content out of that shit and get in the algorithm. Because the thing is like, I know someone mentioned here like why would someone watch my content?
I
But
used to
it's
make a
not
hell of a
about
lot
that.
of shorts. Most of them are edits though.
Like algorithms are hardest to break into YouTube. But once the algorithm knows that you're making this kind of content, when the game drops, you'll have that advantage. And then the more you upload, the more you create content, the more it'll push you out.
Rob, you're exactly right. I was explaining that shit earlier.
Like, I actually need to get
If you
on
listen
the
to that
shorts thing
algorithm,
for real. Like,
the
that's
thing
one
is
thing I
that for
slack
those
on.
who don't know,
I don't make a
the
lot of
more people that
shorts.
are doing that algorithm, the harder it is to break through it. That doesn't mean stop. That just means keep going. Now, real quick, before we let anybody else speak, we got Cindy in here. She had her hand up for the longest time. We're gonna let everybody take turns. Hey, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi everyone. I'm Semi. For those that don't know, I do social media for a bunch of different studios in the gaming space, and I just kind of want to give some tips to people
Oh, this is gonna
who
be
feel
good.
like
This
they
is gonna be
don't
good.
know like when to post or like when to follow a trailer, or they feel overwhelmed that like other bigger creators get like exclusive access. The first thing I can tell you is every video game is going to have about 10, maybe like 8 to 10 different trailers that get released, right? You have your demo trailers, you have your gameplay trailers, you have your storytelling trailers, all these different types of trailers.
Yep.
What I encourage everyone to do is build an editorial calendar. Period. That is your free resource to know when every game show is going to pop out, like Tokyo Game Show that's coming up this week.
Bro,
Where are
Tokyo
going to
Game
be the
Show is about to
releases
be
that are going to be
crazy.
anticipated? Are you going to make reactions to this? Are you going to, get in Discord and collaborate with a bunch of people to make a reaction to it? Like, what are you going to do to plan proactively ahead? So,
Gotta think
open up a
ahead.
calendar, open up a spreadsheet, literally write down
Tokyo Game
every
Show for me,
single
I'm gonna be looking
game
at that shit
show
because you
this
already know
year.
if I
For
see more
example,
Bleach
the
or
Tokyo
Dragon Ball
Game
content, I'm
Show,
on
like
that.
everything, the summer, every type of season, no matter what's going on, write it down, and then you already have your evergreen content there. What is evergreen content? It is just simple like content that you can just like organize, that is low hanging. It's simple, it gets stuff out the door quickly. You don't have to think too much into it. And then a couple other like pointers that I've like noticed is that people feel a little bit overwhelmed with, oh well, how many more uploads do I have to have before I have my number one?
Just
If
keep
I could tell
going.
you that number, would you stick to it or not? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And also another question you need to ask yourself is, what are your goals? I'm not talking metrics. I'm not talking how many comments you're going to get. What is your goal for the impact of the video? The reason why people have a lot of conversations on different videos that go viral is because there's a certain impact or a certain emotional reaction to whatever somebody's posting. Whether it's friends connecting with each other,
She's
whether it's
speaking
people
bars right
reacting to
now.
something, or whether
Let her
somebody
cook.
somebody like is telling a story of how this game impacted them in their lives.
Let her cook.
Connect to your community. That's how you build a community. So if you can intentionally plan these things out, I know a lot of content creators come up on here and say you need to have the mindset, but it's practice. All these people who are speaking before all of us have done this because of practice.
Right.
Point blank,
Let me ask you a
period.
question.
Yo, she should have been talking from the
Yeah, so
start.
How do you feel
Holy.
about the difference? Do you think it's fair?
She is
'Cause a lot of these
cooking.
no offense, comment.
She should have been talking from the jump, bro. What are we
A
doing?
lot of these people don't like each other. It's building resentment, and this is a creative ecosystem. That's a huge problem in this niche.
Facts.
How do you feel about people beefing with each other? Because
There should be no beef when it comes to this. We should be all be eating. We should all be eating right now, bro.
So how I understand it is that like the
This is
online
about to be a
space
long video, but it's
has
gonna be
a
worth it.
bunch of different people with a bunch of different experiences with life, and they're all different ages, and they're just responding to whatever they experienced in their life. Am I saying that is that wrong or right? I don't know. It's just really dependent on the person. But when it comes to like, I guess like beefing, quote unquote, I think you guys should just relax a little bit. There's always room at the table. You have an
We
experience
all
that
about to
somebody else
eat.
doesn't have an experience to. And if you can story tell that, whether with whatever video that you're putting out or whatever
Bro,
community
she
that you're
is
building, that's
cooking.
on your own. That is your lane. That is your community that you are deciding to pull up. Or like,
Yo,
to
that's
work
a
with.
that,
You know what I'm saying?
that's fire. That's fire. That's fire. I'm gonna end the video here, but you heard it there. You heard it here first. She's cooking, y'all. She basically said what I was. She said what needed to be said. I don't know why I'm here. She basically said it all. She just basically said it all right there. Like I don't even know if I can add to that. That was beautiful. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna leave it off like this. When it comes to this drama that's been going on, honestly, it shouldn't even be drama. It's the same thing with the whole Bleach thing that happened recently with the drama going on with Afro and James Hansen. I don't know why the fuck we are beefing, especially in the anime community. We should be all trying to strive to make each other better. That's how we even got anime to the point where it is right now anyways. Starting all the way back from Dragon Ball to the big three to now the new gens. How you think that each and every single one of them got better and then it got more popularity and got anime to the point where it is right now? It's because instead of beefing with each other, the creators of these anime got inspired and decided, you know what? I'm going to go out there, I'm going to look what they make, and then I'm going to go out there and make something better. I'm going to make something that people are going to like. Maybe it might be better, maybe it won't. But at the end of the day, it will help the community at large. It will help everybody eat. And we're seeing that now. Even to this day. Anime from the 90s helped build up the anime to the 2000s. Then you got the big three, which obviously inspired all the new gens that we got now. And now even the new gens, like 10, 20 years from now, while we're all old and whatnot, they're going to be inspiring new creators in the future. And it's just going to keep going and going and going. There should be no beef. And the same thing goes on with YouTubers. You know, one day maybe when I'm big or whatever like that, and these new YouTubers that come out of the mud get big, we're going to be inspirations for the next generation coming up who are going to be taking our place when we're done making videos. And we're going to be, we're going to be like the old grandfather Goku watching the sons eat. Making good money, making cool content. We're going to be out there when we're old and hell knows if we're going to be still making content or not. But we're going to be out there watching you guys make some awesome content. Because we're not going to stop watching anime even if we stop making content. We're going to be still watching videos and stuff. We're going to be watching the next generation after us making some awesome content because they were either inspired by my videos or Afro's videos or whoever was even talking in this. This is a good conversation, man. This is a good conversation, and it needs to be had because there's too much nonsense going on with this game. I didn't really see a lot of it, but after I watched that first video he made before this, I was like, damn, this needs to be talked about a lot. And coming from, once again, I'm like 500, I'm not even 1,000 subs. I feel like this needed to be talked about. But either way, I'm going to leave it at this. Honestly, at the end of the day, this game is going to be huge. There's so much content you can make with this game. There's so many creative ideas that can be made with this game, and that's why they have that, and that's the reason I like the fact that this game has so many characters and content. Because maybe everybody's going to be covering the same characters like Gogeta, Goku, Vegeta, the main ones that everybody's going to be hype about. But let's say somebody makes some content with like Yajirobe, Hercule, the Cyberman, and all that. There's so much you can do. There's no way in hell that there's no way in hell that there's not going to be people growing off of this game. And it's all going to come down to how creative you're going to get. How many videos you're posting. How much you want it at the end of the day. How much do you want it? Are you going to make one video, see it doesn't do good and give up? Or are you going to keep going? What makes you, at the end of the day, somebody to watch? What is it like? Once again, there's an audience for everybody. We're all going to eat. There should be no beef. But without further ado, that's going to be it for me. Tenkaichi Shinobi signing off. This is a good video. This is a good video, and I'm glad that this guy brought up the topic because it needed to be talked about. Make sure to subscribe to this man. I'm already going to do it. I'm going to give it a like too because this needs to be talked about. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know your guys' thoughts and comments on the whole entire thing going on with the creators, small or big, or if you're a creator, in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the whole situation going on. And we can even talk about it in the Discord, which I'll have in the link in the description. I got my Discord set up for you guys, so you guys can join. It's going to be in the Discord so that you guys could be able to, play the games with me, because obviously, there's no way in hell I'm not going to be trying to host tournaments or make fun videos with you guys. When it comes to not only this game, but when the new SAO game comes out as well. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below, because at the end of the day, that's what makes this interesting to me. As I want to see what you guys think too, not just me. And well, peace out.